What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight8610, and today we have sort of a different video for you guys. Yeah, we're going to be opening up an Avengers vs. X-Men Dice Masters game. You may be wondering, why would you do an opening on this? We, of course, mainly Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, and I don't know, we probably only have a few different videos that aren't Yu-Gi-Oh related on this. Well, the reason is that Dice Masters is one of those games too, kind of like HeroClix, where there are a bunch of different, types going on, where, like, of course, this one is Avengers vs. X-Men. Well, in the future, there's going to be a Yu-Gi-Oh version of this. So I thought it'd be kind of cool in a way to get an idea about this game, and of course I plan to do an opening of the Yu-Gi-Oh version when that comes out. And yeah, sort of like what we've done for HeroClix. I've done a few openings on that, the HeroClix packs that are, of course, Yu-Gi-Oh related. And I thought it'd be kind of a cool sneak preview thing. And NECA WizKids was nice enough to send me this because they were talking to me about of course, the Yu-Gi-Oh version of this that'll be coming out. And so I wanted to do an opening for you guys. Kind of, like I said, it's kind of like a sneak preview thing in a way, kind of getting an idea about this. And I wanted to learn the game because it sounds pretty interesting to me. Of course, any other versions of Yu-Gi-Oh and, different like spin-offs that they have out there, I don't know, it just sounds pretty cool. So I hope everyone will be, of course, will enjoy this video, even though it's not Yu-Gi-Oh related. We don't plan to, of course, do, more really non-related Yu-Gi-Oh stuff in the future, but this is kind of a different subject, and I thought it would be a cool opening. So I hope everyone will enjoy it nevertheless. And let's open this. Let's see what we get from this. This is a starter set, so of course we're going to get everything we need to play the game. And of course on my second channel I have a few booster packs. And I'm going to try to also have some videos of playing the game on my second channel as well, CyberKnight Games, which will be in the description. Let's go ahead and get through the tape and everything. There we go. Trying to make sure not to cut off my thumb. Oh, there we go. A dice decided to try to escape from us. Let's see. Alright, first off we have, let me see, I guess these are the rules. Yeah, we have all the rules and everything right here. I'm going to have to read over this. I don't know a whole lot about the game yet. I've heard about it and everything, and like I said, I wanted to learn because there's going to be a Yu-Gi-Oh version, so sure, that's awesome. Of course, also you see that I have the playmat as well, so you can see right there. And of course we have all these different dice. Let me see if I can dump the dice out without making a mess. I don't know if that's going to be possible. I'm trying not to just, accidentally dump a bunch of dice everywhere. There we go. Keep that plastic container. It'll be an easier way to keep up with all the dice. But yeah, another thing about this too is a dice game like that, and I was wondering when I first heard about this, because I didn't know a whole lot about Dice Masters, if it would be like Dungeon Dice Monsters. You guys remember that, of course, from the older days? Unfortunately, not a game that took off, but yeah, this really reminds me of that. That's another reason why I want to try it out. So a bunch of different white dice, and then there's some different colored ones. Again, I'll have to read to figure this out. At the moment, I currently do not know a lot about this, all this different stuff. Then, of course, it looks like you have different bags. So what these are, I believe you probably put the dice in these. Maybe that's how you roll or something. There's a red one and a blue one. And let's see, the actual cards themselves. You can see they're in plastic right here. Let's see what we get. Avengers vs. X-Men. I mean, gotta be some cool characters within that. I remember watching a lot of X-Men when I was younger, of course, when they had the older cartoon. Let's see, a bunch of commons, uncommons, like a little checklist, of course. You have Beast. I don't know a whole lot about comic book stuff, though, either. Let's see, Captain America. I know, I watched the movies, like I said, the older cartoons. Hulk, Human Torch. Of course, Iron Man. Probably my favorite movie of all the Marvel movies. Let's see, well, I guess next to Avengers. Spider-Man. Storm. Then you have Thor, which I guess is going to be a lady now. The Distraction is basic action cards, I would say, yeah. And then, of course, Focus Power. These are the basic action cards then. Force Beam. Gearing Up, Inner Rage, Invulnerability, Powerbolt, Smash, Take Cover, Thrown Card. Of course, Hulk's throwing a card at, I guess, Spider-Man. Or maybe he's throwing over, hopefully he's throwing it over Spider-Man, because it's not going to be a good day for Spider-Man. Then, of course, red dice, blue dice, green, and gold. So I guess these are, depending on what kind of dice you're using or something. Again, not 100% sure on that. We'll have, whenever I learn the rules too, on my second channel, of course, I'm going to have more videos about this, and I'll try to, of course, make kind of a tutorial video as well. I have a bunch of stuff planned, and I will try to get to that very soon. Before I end the video, I thought I would kind of show something too in the starter deck that I learned, and that is, of course, that even if you get the same character, it doesn't mean that they're exactly the same character. For example, with Beast, we have Big Boy Blue for like the name right there, and then he has an effect. Well, there's also this version of Beast, as we see, which is Genetic Expert. and he has a different effect, as you can see right there. Each one of them have different effects, and then there's another one which is Mutate 666. And yeah, even though they have the same artwork and everything, they have different effects. So each one has a different playstyle and stuff, from what I've learned. So there's actually, you know, like Captain America, American Hero version, then there's Natural Leader, and Star Spangled Avenger. I mean, there's just so many different versions. So you can have like several different versions of Hulk, and you can use whatever version of the Hulk that you feel is the, you know, the playstyle that you use on this. So I found that to be pretty interesting too. I mean, there's the same for Iron Man and I believe every character in this game. So again, I can't wait to see what they're going to do with Yu-Gi-Oh on this game, and I can't wait to learn more about that. But yeah, I thought I would share that info with you guys, and I think it's kind of cool how there are several different versions of cards. It's kind of like how in Yu-Gi-Oh! We have Ultra Art cards, but it's the reverse. It's the effects that differ instead of the artwork and name. So I just kind of found that interesting. But yeah, again, I feel like I should say this several times, but again, this doesn't mean that we're going to be doing anything other than Yu-Gi-Oh! On this channel. I just mainly want to open this because, in a way, it's kind of like a sneak preview to see what the Yu-Gi-Oh! Version of this could be. And it's because whenever I talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Version, I think it was like in a Yu-Gi-Oh! News episode. I don't know, it's been a month or two ago. It seems like it's been a while. I didn't really know what Dice Masters was, and I thought this would be, you know, I figured a lot of you didn't know as well, and this would be kind of a cool way to kind of understand and see if this, you know, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Version of this, if it would be fun to play, and kind of give you guys an idea on that. For me, I can't wait to try it out. I mean, I like the HeroClix Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. I've been getting into that, and I find it to be a lot of fun. So I can't wait to see what they're going to do with this. I plan to give it a fair chance on that, and I can't wait to see, you know, what Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters we're going to see from that. I assume, of course, you know, the originals, of course, like Dark Magician and Blue Eyes White Dragon and stuff, as always. And, yeah, like I said, I just kind of want to do something a little different in this video, kind of give you guys, like, an idea of what a Yu-Gi-Oh! Version of this could be. And, of course, this channel will always be mainly Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, like, almost 100% Yu-Gi-Oh! This is just something a little different. I think it's the first non-Yu-Gi-Oh! Related video, really, that we've had in, what, 2 years or something? Something like that. But don't worry for people that mainly want to see Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, because this channel will always be that. The other stuff that I'm going to talk about on this game will be on my second channel, of course, where I talk about other card games and stuff, too. And even like some video game Let's Plays, too. Be sure to check those out if you want to see some of that. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe, and, of course, tell me what other videos you want to see in the future, alright? Later, guys.